Good morning everyone and welcome to Dirty Dreams Off-Road, the Overland series. Today, I'm at a lovely little location where I'm going to film a setup and walk around video of my custom built galvanized trailer. I didn't build the trailer, I'm the third owner. I've added some additions, which we'll talk about, and my future plans. Hopefully the camera doesn't pick up too much of the highway behind us. We're a little close to the road, but it's a lovely shot otherwise. So enjoy. The model of tent I have on top here is a SmittyBilt. It's the Gen 2 Overlander. I'll have to double check the model number. I had it and then immediately forgot it when I turned the camera on. But the first thing you need to do when you're opening it is you take off the two travel straps. I'm going to try to kind of film and do this, so we'll see how this works one-handed. So there's Velcro, and then it's a double D-ring. Just kind of wiggle it off, especially one-handed. Look, this tent's so easy you can set it up with one hand. Honestly, I probably could. I could try. We'll see. So the next thing you're going to do is you're going to walk around the other side of the trailer, and I'm going to pull the straps under and off the cover, and I just tuck them in here. You could tie them up, you could bundle them up. There's a few different ways. So the next thing is you're going to open these Velcro flaps, and there's a Velcro flap under here. You do the same thing, and that exposes the zipper. There's two zippers on this. There's one here, and another Velcro flap, and another Velcro flap. So that does this one side. So that zipper's completely undone. And then it just kind of slides. You gotta be careful, these zippers slide out of those rails. And then this next zipper goes all the way around. Careful on the corners. Careful on the corner again, try not to stick the tent. And if you've got long enough arms, you can reach all the way across. Perfect. So there, the cover is completely undone. Just lift a corner, exposing the tent and the ladder and more straps. I'm just gonna fold this up. And put it on the tongue for now. So now, this is the side the ladder opens. The ladder opens to the passenger side as I have it set up. And the previous owner had it set up that way too. So the next thing is more straps. You do the two straps to the cover and the zippers, and then there are, I believe, 4 straps. 2 at the front and 2 at the back. That we have to undo. So this one goes down and then out of that loop and then up to another double D loop. And these ones are really tight, so I might have to put the camera down, which I will try to do. And then I will open it. There we go. Just a little bit of struggling. There's a lot of pressure because the tent folds that way, but you gotta really pull down to get these straps to loosen off. And then same thing, I just fold them back up so they're not in the way. Now, yeah, there's no straps on this side. And then there's 2 more of these, same thing. This one, it's kind of hard, and I'll probably have to put the camera down for. And this one, that I can do with one hand. If it'll cooperate and not stick to itself. There we go. So that is almost done. And then I'm just gonna set the camera over here and try to do that up. Perfect. So there's all the straps. Ready to open the tent. Now that you have all your straps off, what you're going to do is you're going to undo your ladder. You're going to pull it out a bit, and then you're going to lightly push down so it flips up the tent. You're going to grab the ladder, and you're going to pull back, and your tent will open. And then you would set your ladder up so that it locks, and you can climb it. The other thing I forgot to mention, stabilizer jacks. If you're actually going to be sleeping in this, you need to put your stabilizers down so the trailer doesn't flip over when you climb into the tent. So the next thing with this tent is you're going to get out all of the poles for the Rainfly, and you're going to push it out. The way the Rainfly is stored is it goes on these little tabs, and then you pull the tabs off, you get out the Rainfly poles, and you open this flap, and you stick them into that hole, and you hook them through here. But I'm going to put the camera on my bigger tripod, and then I'll show you how that's done. So here is the bag that the fly poles come in. You get 8 of them, 2 for each side. And here's what they look like. They have a hook on the end, and then it just goes into a point. And like I said, you undo this tab, you undo the tab on the other side. I'm just going to set this one down here. So you put the flap, you insert it through the flap into this hole until it hits the end, and then you just bend it up and hook it on. You take the other one, and you do the other side, and there you have it. There's your front door. You're almost ready to go. If it was really heavy weather, you could leave all the sides down and just open the front door for extra protection. So now I'm just going to do the side and the back, or the other door. You could use that as an entrance. I guess climb up on the wheel well, but it'd be a little bit difficult. So there's the rest of our poles. So same thing. You're going to undo the toggles on both sides. You're going to grab one of your fly poles, put it through that flap, in the hole, and onto here. And then you're going to do your side. And then with this tent, the really cool thing is that it overlaps. So the ends hook over this, and they create a nice 360 degree all the way around the tent where the Rainfly comes out It overlaps, all the rain runs off. I'll hook the front corner up too. And then I'll move on to the other side. So we have the same thing on this side. So now that it's all set up, here's what it looks like. You can see that overlap a bit better, what I was talking about with the Rainfly. How the end pieces right here hook on, and then they overlap with the side windows so that you can easily shed rainwater and not have to worry about the big storms. I've slept in this in quite a lot of rain so far, and I haven't got wet. Condensation isn't a really big deal. The roof has Skylights, and they have a bug net, so you can open the inside flaps, and then it really lets all of the excess moisture out, and it does a pretty good job of that. So we can talk about that in a second. Here's the tent all set up with the windows closed. So one of the things I had done to this trailer was I had a local sawmill cut me out 4 pieces of wood, and here's one of them right here. This way I don't have to drill 100 holes in my door skins. I can just drill 4 holes, bolt the panel in, and now I can attach whatever I want. Here is the driver's side of the trailer. Where that extension cord is, I plan to put a battery inverter pack, and then I'm going to use this NOCO outlet to go. I'm going to have 2 of them. One's going to be an in and one's going to be an out. They're going to go somewhere in here, hopefully not mess too much with my nice mountain scenery stickers. And then you'll be able to plug in and charge the battery pack while it's in the trailer, and also pull power out and run an extension cord up through the side of here. And then I can run a fan or a light. So the extension cord goes up through there. I'll show you that from the inside in a minute. But then I can run a fan or a light, charge phones, charge my camera, play movies for the kids, and it'll be perfect. So I'm not sure if the light properly shows that, but here's my rear door. This is the second 2 pieces of wood I had the sawmill cut. I'll turn it in a sec so you can get a better angle. I just used cheap Amazon folding wall shelf brackets. I thought I was gonna have to put a 3rd one here, but they're actually super sturdy. Like, I'm shaking the whole trailer pulling down on that. I'll link those in the description. They're just $20 or $30 brackets off of Amazon, but the door folds up so nice. It gives such a low profile. It only sticks out about 2 inches between the inch thick piece of wood, and I'd say the hinges are just under 1 inch. So you have to leave a little bit of room inside the trailer, but it's perfect otherwise. So here is the passenger side door. I have another wooden panel. I'm probably gonna mount a fire extinguisher here. I plan to do most of my cooking at the front because my cooler is here. That rear door table is more for if I'm just pulled over on the side of the road or on the side of the trail, I wanna do a quick cookout. And then I'll fold the table back up, put the stove away, and put the door on and keep driving. This is for when I set up. I'll set up a folding table and stove. But my cooler's right here and my water. So I'll probably mount a fire extinguisher and keep my stove in the front somewhere. You just push down on these 2 blue tabs. Cooler slides out perfect. And then if I need water, I just loosen my strap off, or if I'm stopped at camp for the night, just loosen the strap off and slide the water jug forward. Now I have access to my water. I don't have to lift it. I don't have to pick it up unless I need to refill it. And then you just simply push down on these 2 blue tabs and it goes back away. Pull it out with one hand. Like I said, I'm going to plan on getting that battery pack in the next week or so. It's on order. It's an Eco Flow 1300, I believe, the 1800 watt model. When that comes in, I'm going to figure out what cooler will work best for it for watt hours and runtime. The only problem is with this cooler, this door isn't that big because of how high the shelf is. I can only fit a cooler that's 16.5 inches tall and 18 inches wide. And the drawer, without the water jug in the way, so I'd have to take the water jug off, is 29 inches long. The big Dometic models don't fit, but there's some Amazon ones that aren't too bad and have decent reviews. So we're gonna try one of those. I'm gonna put this away and then I will open up the tent. One other thing I almost forgot to mention is the shoe bag. Hook it on these D-rings. And then when you climb into the tent, you got a place to store your shoes, maybe a flashlight for going to the bathroom in the middle of the night. So now I'm going to open the door. Zipper on both sides. And a screen. This is the door on the opposite side. Same thing. Zipper on both sides. Roll up the flap all the way to the top if you want it open. The only thing I don't like is it doesn't hook up to these toggles if you want to have it open for venting. Dollar store clothesline clips in orange, so you can't lose them. And I just roll it up a little bit, and that way you can have airflow, privacy, and it's super cheap. And if you do lose them, even though they're orange, you just go back to the dollar store and you buy another 10 pack for $2.50 or $1.25, whatever it is. Here's just a closer up view of the clips. Just roll it up a little bit, right? And there would be a pillow there, so you wouldn't be able to see through anyway, but you'd still get that really nice breeze on those hot days. Hoping that there is a breeze. Lots of headroom under the fly if it's raining. Just lean back in here, watch the view. The nice thing I like about these windows though is you can open the screen and the interior panel from the outside. Makes it a lot easier to feed the kids snacks while you're cooking. The other part that's awesome is you can open this and you can adjust how much you want the window to vent, and then you can close it back up. You don't have to waste time climbing up and down the ladder, taking your shoes off. That's really nice. I really like that. But I'm not kidding. I do, when I'm standing here cooking, if the kids are playing in the tent or watching their tablet or something, I will just open this and I will pass them their snacks through the side. So here's what the inside of the tent looks like. Quite spacious. The dimensions are 92 long by 59 wide, I believe. 50 something. The camera's freaking out trying to focus between outside and inside. So here's your nice big side windows, both sides. The camera's currently sitting on the driver's side door. And then that is the other side with the ladder. Look at that view. You might even be able to see the guys out in the lake going kayaking. Looks like they're going fishing. So then, I haven't opened the skylights yet, but if we look up, and the camera decides to refocus, there's one skylight, and the other skylight's right above us. So then we go back down, and if we look up here in this corner, if we actually turn the camera right around, you can see that, I hope, that is the light. And here's the pocket for the battery pack, which I will show you in a moment. Oh, there goes the gimbal freaking out because I twisted it around too much. But yeah, so right where those red tags are, that's where I was showing you earlier. There's flaps, obviously, to deal with the hinge, but you could easily pull an extension cord up there and zip tie it to the post, or just lay it in one of the sides, or put it in the pocket. Myself and my two kids, who are 5 and 3, fit in here quite nicely. I haven't done it yet with myself, the wife, and the two kids, but I have a hammock if it gets a little too crowded, which I think it would be. Just depends on how cozy they want to be that day. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go around. Actually, I'll just walk around. There's a beautiful shot of this nice little lake. And you can see that. A couple guys just showed up. And they're going kayak fishing. So good luck to them. Pan back around here. So here is the ladder. So I'm going to go ahead and climb up inside, take my boots off, and show you guys the features on the inside of this tent. We are now inside the tent. Look at that view. Just look at it. Wake up to that every morning if I could. Except for all the mosquitoes that are in here with me trying to eat me alive. So we're just going to go out the door real quick, and I'm going to show you the bag. We're just going to look right down here. So, as you can tell, my boots are obviously huge and don't fit very well. So it's a lot nicer of an idea to have some sort of, I can't hold this far enough away from myself. Some sort of a camp shoe. And then I would just put my boots on the wheel well of the trailer and wear my Crocs to climb the ladder and put those in there. They fit a little better. And they're a lot easier to slide on and off if you have to go to the bathroom. I'm going to hold this as far away from myself as I can. There's a ton of space in here. I'm 6 foot. My kids can stand up in this tent. I can easily lay down. There's so much extra. Point that down at myself. There's so much extra space in here. Like, my toe is not touching the door, and I can touch the tent. And then if I turn this around, that's where my foot is. There's just so much room. So then, let's work on these skylights. If the camera refocus, I'll just set you guys down again. Focus up here. Not a lot of lighting. It's gonna redo the lighting anyway when I open this. So, same thing, the nice yellow zipper so you can see the screen folds inwards. Just gonna roll that out of the way really quick because I'm gonna open it back up. And then these have a nice big overlap, like the zipper's here, and this is how much, it's almost like 2.5 inches that the tent overlaps the zipper. You can see that. Find the toggle on the outside, the loop on the inside, both sides. Toggle, and a loop. And I just kind of tuck it up so you get that full unobstructed view of the trees, the sunset, the stars. These are so nice. Like, they're just, I love them. I absolutely love the Skylights. They're crazy. I'm gonna go ahead and open the one right above the camera. Just really quick here. Tuck it up out of the way. So yeah, you could tuck it up, I guess, if you were lazy. Instead of rolling it up like that, it just kind of tucks up above the, there's the other skylight. I'll get a better shot from outside the tent in a minute here. And then, if we turn, oh, the gimbal doesn't like me very much. I keep messing with it. If we turn that around, so if you can see that, that is this little strip right here. If I can set you properly down. No, maybe. So this little strip right here, try to get it to focus, right here is the included mosquitoes. Included mosquitoes. Tent comes included with mosquitoes. It's the included light bar. So here's the cable. It sits up in this nice pocket. And then it's quite long. It reaches halfway across the windows. I'm just gonna grab my... So I like to use this little Woods battery pack. You could use any battery pack. You could, off that big battery, I'm gonna have a extension cord with USB sockets, but I don't really want to use that because then it's going to be on and then I have to unplug it and plug it back in every time I want the light on. With this Woods USB pack that I bought at Canadian Tire for 20 bucks, I think, it's got a power switch. So it's got that little, if the camera will focus on that, it's trying. It's doing his best. He's doing his best. So it's USB and then power switch, and it just takes 4 AA's, so it kind of sucks, but you can get rechargeable AA, so that wouldn't be too bad. I just really like the fact that it has a power switch. So I just plug this in, and it turns on, because apparently I turned the switch on already. So off, on, so simple, and it's so bright. It's so bright. It lights. It's too bright. It lights up the whole tent. I use like a little pen light when I want to actually see and not wake up the whole family. But you can put it up in this pocket. What I like to do is I sleep with my head at this end, and I have my pillow here. And I'll just tuck this, I'll sleep on this side, and I'll just tuck it kind of under my pillow. So if one of the kids wakes up in the middle of the night, I can just turn it on. I don't have to worry. Friggin' semi-trucks ripping by us. I'm in the middle of nowhere, but I'm right off the highway, so sorry about that. Hopefully it's not too bad. I have the volume turned down quite a bit, and I'm sitting close with the camera and the mic, but the mic is pointed towards the highway right now, so it could be, unfortunately, a little louder than I thought. But this is perfect. I really like this. I thought it was a little cheap. Like, I have really nice little battery packs that I use for my fans, which, speaking of, I have right here. And these are, again, dollar store. I love Dollarama. Dollar store fans, dollar store carabiners. And then what I do, if I have to turn you, is these perfectly sit. These tabs are made for hanging things because the windows roll down. They don't roll up. So you're not going to be able to hook stuff. You wouldn't hook the window up there. So it's perfect. You can just hang it there. You can hang it from, there's similar ones in the ceiling. And then same thing, it's USB. Just to demonstrate, I'll plug it into this battery pack instead of getting out my other one. But they're so nice. Oh, and that feels beautiful. It blows so much cold air, and especially during the breezes at night. You can't, yeah, so same thing, off switch, on switch. It's the only thing I don't like about those other battery packs, is they don't have off switches, but it's a fan, and these fans from Dollar Store have off switches right there on the back of them. So that blows such a nice breeze. It's about 24 degrees right now, but that is blowing so cool. And it's fairly quiet. A little hum, but they're not too loud. And for $4, you cannot complain about that. Like, if you bought a rechargeable camp light / fan for your tent, you're talking $30 or $40. But the best part is, with those carabiners, you can put them anywhere. You could easily, right, with the long enough cord, see that loop up there in the skylight? You can hang them there and point the fan down. It's perfect. It's absolutely perfect. Meant to be. Meant to be. You could swing it so it points and blows right down directly on you. Just clip the cable through so it's not going to get messed up. It'll sort itself out, but that's blowing perfectly. And there's another one right just outside of the camera. So there's this one, and there's one across here, another one here, another one right here. So you could put 3 or 4 fans in here. You could have a couple little battery powered fans and a big fan if you're running it off the, I'm shaking the whole thing. I'm moving around too much. I only put one stabilizer down just so I wouldn't flip over while I'm filming this video. But for $4, you can't go wrong. And if they break, you go buy another one. I haven't seen them since. I've been meaning to buy a couple more if I find them. So hopefully they come back to Dollarama soon. If not, I'll buy a little more expensive one. This was just a proof of concept. And it's cheap, and I really liked it. So the next thing is, I'll just point you back over here. So what I do is on that bar right there, I bought this off Amazon as well. Like I said, I have a 5-year-old and a 3-year-old. I bought this Wolier. I'm not gonna try to pronounce it. I did try to pronounce it. I'm not gonna keep trying. It's a flexible with a clamp iPad mount. It's just spring loaded. There's no locking mechanism or anything. And it is absolutely perfect. It clamps onto there so well. I can go sit by the fire if the kids are tired or there's way too many mosquitoes, as there are right now. I can go sit outside. I could fish right here if I wanted to, if the kids were done with their fishing and they wanted to watch a show and kind of rewind. There's a nice shot of my knee. But it just clamps. I didn't bring one of their tablets, and I should have. It's kind of silly of me. It's kind of hard to demonstrate the mount without the item that you're mounting. But that's what that looks like. And it's not well lit enough, so it's very hard to see. So I will try to move this around and get some better light for you guys. So it just mounts right on that bar. You could mount it on this bar. You could mount it on that bar. You could mount it on this side. Look at that view. I can't believe it. And this is only half an hour from my house. Nice little fire pit. There's just, like, you can't complain about that. It's just so nice. But yeah, so anyway, back to this mount. I think it'll hold like an 11 or 12 inch. It holds quite a big tablet. My kids just have the cheap fire tablets. So they drop them or whatever. I'm not gonna cry about it. So that is the mount. I'm gonna go ahead and get back out of the tent, and I will show you the view with all the windows and the skylights open and what that looks like. And then I'm gonna pack it up. So if you guys are wondering what I'm talking about when I say sorry about all the vehicles and the noise, hopefully it's not too bad, but we'll see when I edit this. Here's my trailer. And here's my truck. And as if to help illustrate my point, here comes a car. But yeah, there's a road sign right there. And there goes a car. Those guys that you saw kayaking, there's their truck over there. And back to this beautiful, beautiful view. You can't complain about that. Some people have to work. Luckily I don't today. But what a beautiful province we live in. I'm just gonna walk down by the lake for a sec. And this lake, I believe, connects to 1 or 2 other lakes. Just look at that. This is the same spot I brought my kids for their first camping trip. You'll probably see them in future videos. They're in school and daycare right now. But maybe we'll come back here. Maybe we'll go somewhere else. Probably do both. So I'm going to go back into the trailer. And I'm going to show you guys teardown. And that'll be that. Instead of carrying you guys around and showing you each step individually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to time myself and show you just how much time it takes to pack up one of these. All the windows are open. The skylights are open. My watch is set to... Can you see that? Right, so starting now. We'll see how long this takes. So we're gonna close the nets on this side. I'll just kind of walk you through it, talk about it. And if somebody has any questions, they can message me, or I'll make another video. So zip this side down while we're here. Take that pole out. Set them on here. Put the toggles back in on this side. I'm going to go around the back and just do the same to the rest of the windows. Close the interior. Just gonna climb inside and close the skylight. You just have to be careful when you're closing the skylights because of that overlap. You gotta run your finger around on the inside so that you don't get your tent caught in the zippers and put holes in it. Skylight 1. Skylight number 2. I don't even know if you guys can hear me, but I'll put captions about what I'm saying in the bottom if I need to. So there's that. And then from the inside or the outside, I can close these other windows. Take your tent bag off. You can even store bedding inside this. I haven't. I like to just put it in the tote and throw it in the back of the truck. But as long as you lay everything flat in here, you can, I forgot to do the doors, you can apparently store bedding. You guys saw how hard it was to do those straps, so I'm not sure I'd want to add another 3 or 4 inches of sleeping bags and pillows. There's 2 more. Do the toggles. And then when you're putting the toggles on, or if you're gonna leave the tent closed for the night instead of putting the fly out, you put this window under first, and then this one overlaps, and you put that down. And then the rain will run off nice and it doesn't pool and get all collected on the inside. Same thing, this window first, and then overlap the front. And that's it, you're ready to close the tent now. So I'm just gonna put these in their bag. If we're going for a speed record today, today's probably not gonna be the day. Who knows? And you can also store these poles inside if you lay them where the tent will fold over on top of them. But instead of having to climb in and out of the tent to grab these when you're setting it up, I just stick them in the front of my trailer. If you're using a truck or something, it might be a little different. You're not going to want these, like, unless you put them under the back seat or something. But spend 5 minutes fiddling with my padlock. All right, so next thing, you're gonna make sure all of this is buttoned up nice. Make sure these toggles are on when you close the tent, because if the toggles aren't on, this will come off, and then you'll have to lift the tent back open and repack it. So then you just press the locks on the ladder, and the ladder will suck back into itself. And you just use it, and you can let go. And the tent closes, that air, the tent doesn't slam, or at least mine doesn't. It closes nicely. So you can see, if that toggle had been undone, it would have all been out. So then what you're gonna do, be very careful with your windows and your skylights. But you're gonna go around and you're just gonna tuck everything back in. You'll be able to feel those bars, and you just kind of put everything in between them. You pull this down, just kind of tuck everything in nice. Right, here's our strap still sitting here. But all you're doing is tucking this stuff out of the way so that you can use that zipper and zip the cover back down onto it. Same thing for the back. And then you kind of have to strap it at the back or the front, whichever you prefer. And then as you work around to the front again, you're gonna have to, because every time you stick your fingers in here to pack something else is gonna fall back out. But so the same thing, the D-ring straps at the back. Make sure everything's tucked in nicely. Go around to the side. Some of it's kind of falling back out, but it's pretty good. This is obviously come back out again a little bit. Shouldn't be too big of a deal. Just kind of make sure it all folds up nice. Undo your straps here. Tuck in that buckle. Through one loop, through the other loop. Down, back up. Then you're gonna grab your cover. And the way this works is the one with the logo next to the Velcro goes in the back corner on the side of the ladder. Terrible. Terrible. Still terrible. So yeah, so there's a logo on the front. I did this horribly. That was the worst throw ever. So there's a logo on the front left corner and the back right. The front left corner doesn't have Velcro on this seam, and the back right has Velcro on the seam. So that's how you know the back right, or if you're facing the ladder, it's the left, has the Velcro with the logo. And just lay it all down on it. A little bit hung up in your corners. The Velcro on this side and the Velcro on this side. The two Velcro pieces go on the side with the ladder. And then you're going to take your zipper, make sure it's in that groove. You're going to line it up. And you're going to want to run your fingers on the inside, kind of hooked, if this is like around that zipper, so that your finger pushes the tent material away and it doesn't get pinched. Careful on the corners. Careful on the corner again, try not to stick the tent. Like that. The corners are a little bit trickier. So we're not even pinched, it's just kind of stuck. Because the zipper has to take a hard 90-degree turn. What's going on here? Yeah, so I pinched part of the fabric, unfortunately, even though my finger was up there and I was being careful. So what I've done is, because I couldn't actually get my fingers in there, I've taken the cover off the whole tent and I've brought it forward. Luckily I wasn't around the side yet, but as you can see, I sucked that flap into that zipper quite well. So that's exactly what you want to avoid. This is the first time I've done it this badly. So of course, right after I paused the camera, I pulled it right out. But you got to make sure, you really got to watch those zippers. So now I'm going to flip this all back over and we're going to keep going. So I'm almost done. The zipper is unstuck. So I'll finish going all the way around very carefully so we don't pinch it again, hopefully. Put the straps on, and then it's ready to hook back up to your truck and go wherever you want. Then you're just gonna throw the straps over. Make sure they're not twisted. Make sure all your Velcro's done up. I never knew that before I owned a rooftop tent. I didn't realize that these zipped on. I always just thought it was these two little straps. So I started watching videos about them when I wanted to get one. So there you guys have it. If you can see that, 17 minutes and 6 seconds. But that includes me getting my zipper stuck and my cover for probably about 3 minutes. But that was windows open, all the windows open, the skylights were open. Had to take the bag off, put the ladder away, put the jacks up, one jack. So it's 15 minutes. And if you do that, the zipper doesn't get stuck, and you've done this 100 times. I've only done this 5 or 6. If you do this 100 times, you could do it 10 minutes, right? If the windows were already done up, and you're good to go. So I can pick my trailer up, go hook it to my truck, and be out of here. Obviously, like if you had your camp kitchen set up, it would take a little bit longer. All in all, though, I really like the new SmittyBilt Gen 2. I didn't like the ladder design on the Gen 1. I've never owned one. I've heard a lot of bad things about it, and just from looking at pictures and videos, it doesn't look so good. Their new telescopic ladder, I love it. It's the first rooftop tent I've ever owned. I think it's amazing. The skylights are unreal. It's just like, this view helps, obviously. The view is amazing, but it just creates such an unreal environment. The kids love them. They can just stare at the trees while they're coloring their books or eating their food in the tent. Not a good idea in bear country, but we haven't gone any back camping yet, so I'll have to get a bug tent for them to eat separately away from the tent. Thank you for watching. I hope you really enjoyed this video. I hope to do many more of these between this and my off-road racing that I focus on a lot. So if you want to like, subscribe, leave a comment. Tell me what I did, tell me what I didn't do. I should be looking at the camera instead of my screen, but tell me what I need to improve on, any points, tips, tricks, places I should take the trailer and go camping, gear maybe that I should pick up. Like I said, I have an EcoFlow Pro 1300 model on order with the 160 watt solar panel. So I'm gonna get that rigged up with those internal and external ports so I can charge it without having to leave the doors open and let in the animals and chipmunks and whatnot. But I'm gonna get hooked up and get out of here.